from the Bath School here in Scunthorpe. Will you please welcome your host and commentator for this afternoon, Mr. John Berger.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? Big break. How are we doing? Are we all right? Well, we've lost the legends. They've all got knocked out. Cliff Thorburn, Dennis Taylor. I'm still here. Only because I've not got my cue out of my case. Now, there is a raffle. And for those of you, and I know there's quite a few people who've been here most days, it's a great prize, isn't it? For a fiver. Get a waistcoat signed by all the legends, including Steve Davis. We didn't play in the tournament, but he was here the opening night. Did his trick shots on the table. It was either that or shout, last orders at the bar. So it was very interesting. Some lovely things, signed snooker cue, a signed copy of my autobiography. Oh, I know. Problem is, when you've got your wife, your third wife, publishing it, there's a lot of censorship goes on. So read between the lines. Read between the lines. Okay, well, it's quarter-final day. We've got 2 quarter-finals for you. And we're really looking forward to this. But as I've explained before, this is on Sportstar Online, and it's on YouTube. And we'd just like to say to all our friends in Asia, ni hao. And welcome to the Assetereum. I'll get that, Assetereum. You've all got it. I was just checking you out. I know it's called Assetereum. It's the Assetereum World Snooker Championship. And a lot of people have gone through a lot to get here. So it's very, very important and very, very serious. And of course, the prize money going up as we speak. £10,000 for the winner. And Assetereum coins, that will be multiplied again. And the high break at the moment, which is held by Patrick Wallace, that now at the moment is standing at near enough £700 for the high break. But there is also a chance for the winner to get to the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. He will automatically be included in the qualifiers that are having at Ponds Forge in Sheffield. And of course, if he gets through the qualifying rounds, he will appear at the Holy Grail of snooker, which is the Crucible Theatre. So let's get the first quarter-final on the road. And we have our referee, doesn't referee on the main tour anymore, but we're always glad to have her at our events here. So would you please welcome the delightful, the delicious, the lovely Michaela Tabb. Ni hao. Welcome to the Assetereum. Assetereum. Yeah, it's been a bit early, but she's not on the vodkas yet. Anyway, here we are. Let's bring the players. Let's, as they say, get the players on the bays. And first of all, did very well last night. Beat the legend Cliff Thorburn, the 1980 world champion, on a shootout. And remember, that is the format of this tournament. Best of 5. If it's 2 frames all, no deciding frame, black ball shootout to decide the winner. 30-second shot clock, which obviously didn't suit Cliff that well. And each player allowed 2 time extensions. But as I say, this man did very well. He comes from Norwich. He's a warehouse manager. He's nicknamed the Iceman. Would you please welcome Nick Spelman? The Iceman cometh. Nick, let's have a quick word. I want you to know that when Chow played his first match, there was over 500,000 people watching in China. So no need to be nervous. No pressure whatsoever. Forget they're there. Forget they're there. enjoy the game. Well done. Yeah.
Nick.
Nick's over there.
Have a good game.
And now, as I've just commented, there was over 500,000 on Superstar Online and YouTube watching this man who went through a qualifier in Beijing. There was 80 amateurs in it. He came out on top. Will you please welcome to the table from Zhuzhou City in China, Kaisheng. Play well. Okay, Michaela, over to you. And may the best man win. You don't hear that very often, do you? Not if you're a Manchester United supporter. Just let us win.
Okay, thank you. First frame, Kaisheng to break.
Also, if there is a maximum made during the tournament, a Kia Sportage. The one who makes it will drive away. Ooh, so close. I think Nick thought that was in for a moment. Yeah, found a good path for the cue ball. As long as you miss the ball colours, you're going to get a decent safety. Just got that one a touch too thick, which is why you're only just reaching the ball line rather than the ball cushion. So first chance to Chow. Nicely rolled in and nicely on the black. Chow just having a glance at the score for that shot clock. You've got to be aware of it. So the angle he had on the black had to play for this red along the cushion. Just off. Always got to treat these with respect. Always got to treat those with respect.
8.
Just overran that.
1.
Because if you just don't hit them right, the table's so quick. Oh, apologise. The pink must go. Fortunate to be on it.
Nick Spelman 1.
He hit the pink.
You did, it's touching.
It's touching the pink. Not that it matters because it's the red that's the ball on.
One.
Well, this table looks to be a little bit quicker than it was yesterday. Once again, that run on a good foot more than it should have done. A nice shot on the blue, and looks to be, well, okay, got a choice of reds, one to the middle, one to the corner.
6.
And it
7.
went and judged the cannon off the second red, nicely on the black. Well, played it well, but just nestled on the red.
14.
So he's slightly hampered. Thin cut to the middle, the alternative. He
15.
played that nicely. Never easy striking over a ball. Always nice the first frame to get your hand on the table and get
22.
your Q arm going, and that's just what Chow's doing at the moment.
$23.
No, because
Joe Kaisheng, 23.
I've just caught the black too thin, which is why the cue ball has run a bit far, so that red to the middle, probably not cuttable. And it comes to the table 30 points behind. Thought that red would go through the gap. Now where's it running to? Is it going to stop over the middle? Well, that's a little unlucky. Couldn't foresee that. So another chance now for Chow to clinch this first frame.
One.
Got a couple of commentators over here, it's like the Muppets. The pink doesn't go, he's on the blue. If this runs past the blue spot, he's played it nicely. It has.
6.
36 points to lead now. But to clinch the frame, you would think would need at least 3 reds, 3 colours. So it's not a formality.
Seven.
Well, play for the ping in the middle, but didn't really get through that, and that's why he got no action on the cue ball. This is a tough pink now. Played it well, good shot. Couldn't really commit to a good position on the next red due to the difficulty of the pink.
13.
Pink spot not available, so going on the black spot. Just having a look if there's a gap for this red. It must be very tight. Great shot.
14.
Nice kiss on the yellow, would it be? Not quite, so good pot. And of course, if you pot the red, you get to play the next shot. And it'll just be a safety. But a 44-point lead, but still a possible 75 remaining.
Check Kaisheng.
Okay,
14.
Behind the brown. Trying to come off the cushion and nestle on those two reds near the top cushion if possible. The middle pocket's not in the way. Got a good pace. How's the line? Lovely touch. Lovely touch. Where's the cue ball going?
About. Nick Spelman, 4.
A little bit careless, but gave me a chance to use the line. So I'm thankful for that. Just not quite got his range at the moment, Nick. Just caught that. We had a touch too thick. Safety, lots of right hand side. Where's the cue ball going?
Foul. Nick Spelman, 4.
That's another 4 points. Could make the difference at the end of a frame. And that one's nicely in. Needs
1.
to bounce in and out of balk. Will it travel past the balk line, leave a shot at the brown? Not quite.
Rainbow. Nick Spelman, 1. Foul.
Well, that's 3 in a row.
Nick Spelman, 4.
It's got to be a record. This isn't billiards. You get nothing for 2 in a bed, not in this game. And of course, with the yellow and brown against the side cushion, only the green to use as a snookering ball, and Nick's played that very well. Containing safety, of course trying to protect that 31-point lead. Possibility of a plan, but Once again, unlucky for the red to go right over the corner. Well, just got it too thin, pointing at the ball. Did it roll off? Did it run over a finger mark? We'll never know.
One.
So a chance now for Nick. Almost impossible to think of winning the frame at this visit, but they're concentrating to try and get right back into it.
Six.
I'll suggest at the moment that Nick just hasn't got the pace of the table.
Nick Spelman, six.
He'd be disappointed not to have been on that red. So a cagey opening frame. Good effort. Not quite there. Got that one a little bit too thick. Now where's the red running to? In this lane, so a nice easy starter.
One. Six.
Not quite.
Nick Spelman, six.
To be fair, should have been a little bit straighter on that red. So another chance now comes to the table. 19-point lead. 3 reds required.
One.
For a good angle on the blue and could not have placed it better with his hand. Perfect.
Six. Seven.
On the black, but can he hold for the red just below the pink? It'll have to be a very delicate shot, this. Just drop it in dead weight. 26 points to lead. The black will put him 33 points in front with 35 remaining. Well, tried to get in it. Where's the black going? Would you believe it? Would you believe it? The things that happen on the snooker table, it's only 12 foot per 6.
14.
So, it equates to just this red needed. And in goes the red. So now snooker's required, always bound to be on the pink. So 40 points to lead now, with just 27 left.
21.
Well, good effort, but
Chow Kaisheng 21.
not there. So 40 points difference. 5 snookers needed. But I think that Nick, probably with it being the first frame, is just taking this opportunity just to get the pace of the table and get his cue arm going. It's acceptable. Well, that was an excellent pot from Chow, and surely that puts the seal on this first frame.
Chow Kaisheng 2. And the
And that's enough to get Nick to concede. So, interesting first frame, but we'll all look back on it and think what would have happened if that black that was supposed to go in the corner went in the middle. Amazing. Nobody was looking there, except me.
God, I'm glad you were, because I didn't see it.
I was screaming, where's the black was all going? And I'm lucky to be stood in that corner. I've got a gentleman there who's explaining every shot, calling every shot. Wrong, but calling every shot. Imagine at home on the TV watching it, can't you? Hey, love, what? He's going to play this. And he never did.
Second frame. Nick Spelman to break.
So it'll be interesting to see if Nick can just settle now. Didn't settle in that first frame, to be fair. But Chow probably some good balls. Oh, and there's another. It's a cracking pot. Unfortunately, couldn't hold for the black. But a good opening red.
Chow Kaisheng 1.
Attacking safety shot. I had to play it that thick to avoid the kiss on the black, but of course didn't avoid the kiss on the red. Now what's he left? Red by the green doesn't go. So Nick a little bit fortunate there not to leave the red on. But the run of the ball can change so quickly, so no good complaining when you do get a bad run. But once again, bit of trouble here. Tried to pot his way out of trouble, and this time he has left the red on. The way the reds are spread, this is a decent chance to score.
One.
Now it'll be interesting to see where the black goes when it's respotted. Will it be available? Doesn't look like it will be. Played that nicely on the red to the middle. Now does this black go anywhere?
8. Nine.
Obviously the black does squeeze into this corner pocket, and if it does, that was an excellent positional shot there from Chow. Well played.
Sixteen. Seventeen.
Roll the black in nicely. As you can see, the table's so quick.
24.
It takes much for it to run out of position. We're playing these nicely, but it'll be difficult to get guaranteed position on the colour off this red. Well, he's found a gap and he's played it well, nicely on the blue. Excellent shot.
25.
And played it in such a way, if it had cannoned the red just above the pink, it'd have been on the pink. Very good thinking. Yeah, that's worked out okay.
30.
Bit of work to do with the cue ball to get position on the colour, but we're on the red. Oh, and this time the cannon didn't
31.
help. If it had cannoned the other red just near the pink, it'd have been on the pink, but well, with that red being in the ball, Ken, there's no easy safety. May have to go for this. Pressure shot. Oh, super shot. Super shot. Someone here said I love the soup.
36.
What a good shot that was. Well, unlucky, but that was a
Kaisheng,
very well
36.
constructed break. The balls are awkward. Excellent contribution. nicely played on the black. Just that well. Always knew he was going to get a little cannon. He's on the red to the corner. If he's hampered, it's difficult. Can he just cue past the red? Looks as though he can.
Nine.
Just signs that Nick is just settling in now. Didn't settle in
16.
the first frame, but looking better now. Nice solid
17.
pot. And got a nice angle on the blue. Of course, there's only 2 reds in the open, so it's going to be difficult to get a sizable break. That one well though.
22. Twenty-three.
Didn't mind leaving himself the wrong side of blue this time because of course there's a red in the balk end. The last of the loose reds. Flick on the brown was very helpful. Just slowed the cue ball down a touch.
29.
So just 9 points behind now. Normally you'd be thinking, well, pot the blue, maybe cannon these 2 reds in the top cushion, but the pink's a little bit of a blocker for that, so be a good shot to get nicely on the next red. So coming off the side cushion, always need a bit of luck when you're playing cannons, and in all honesty, didn't have any there.
34.
Not left anything easy, but right back in the frame. Just 3 points behind.
Spelman 34.
So a nice contribution that from Nick, and signs that he's settled down and got his cue arm going. Decent safety that. Wasn't easy, but this red will cut. Much too thin. Sure he played the pot come safety there. Knocking the red towards the middle, but the cue ball was run far enough, so it's not potable. This is close. And I don't think that was unexpected. No hand up to apologise there. Played one before that was very close to pocket. It's always on that cross double. So we'll give Chow the benefit of the doubt. Shot clock is always very off-putting.
Chow Kaisheng, 1.
Cliff Thorburn was used to it. Every time he played a shot, he was beeping, but the mere mortals, you know, it affects them. Yeah, excellent shot there from Nick. And looks to have a slight angle on the green to get down on these two reds near the top cushion. You favour the green if you got the angle because the green's unmissable. The pink could be missed. Points all square. As I say, there's so...
Spelman, 4.
You just catch the near jaw, as we call it. They don't go in. It's going to be a very important safety battle, this. Whoever gets the next red, you would think would go favourite to win this frame.
Thank you.
A bit much too thick. It's going over the middle. The brown or the black going to the side cushion doesn't really affect, well, certainly not Chow at the moment. He can win the frame without the black. Time to play a choice of yellow or green. He's played it nicely, got a nice angle on both. We've seen in the last two frames, this red along the cushion is not going to be easy. Pot the red, but can't get it away from the cushion, so. And it's one of those, you'd play it like that, because if it didn't go in, it'd rattle the jaws and probably go in the top pocket.
4.
It's an obvious shot, it's an old Ray Reardon shot. Does it reach? Does it reach?
Foul. Chow Kaisheng, 4. Nick Spelman, 7.
Well, even Chow knows that he's got to play the next shot without asking. Just shows you. So quick, these tails, you think you just got to hit the white and it'll roll to the black, but just short. And of course, the clock running down. Good effort. We had a situation in Chow's last match. I don't know how many of you were here. He was playing Lee Richardson Chow snookered him behind the brown, and Lee gave 51 points away in misses. Now, even Jim Davidson hasn't had that many misses.
Foul and a miss.
This is the problem. It's a very difficult
Spelman
snooker, but in all honesty, Chow's not got close, so we'll forgive Michaela for calling miss. Trying to come off the top cushion, baulk cushion, and then hit the green, hit the yellow. These 4 points can be very costly. This looks good. This looks good. Great hit. A great hit. Well played. Could well have cost him the frame, not getting up to the black there. But Nick has now got an 11-point lead. Safety. When that flick on the blue, as it helped or hindered? Yes, he got the snooker. Of course, that was a lot easier snooker. Whenever you can use a one cushion to escape, a lot easier than using 2 or 3, of course. So this frame, well and truly in the balance.
Foul and a miss.
Got to swerve too early. Best of luck
Spelman for.
replacing these, Michaela. You any good at jigsaws?
Leo.
I think the blue was adjacent to the middle on it, Leo.
Okay, is that good on comparing on the 2 screens? Further? The boys think it's further in.
Well, there was definitely, there must have definitely been a gap. How does that look, Nick?
Compare between the 2 screens, so you're doing like for like.
Come on, Nick, put in your 2 pennies worth. The shot clock stopped.
It's just that Chow didn't, sorry, he couldn't come through there, did he, Chow?
So he was trying to go the other side of the blue.
Come to the other side.
Okay.
So where do you want
Okay.
that further?
There. That's a mobile Chow, yeah.
Yeah,
They-
right
they-
there. Yeah, they think there.
Right. Okay.
Left a little, right a little. Fire! Okay. Everybody's agreed? Yeah, I think that's what Chow's trying to do. Just try and
Cue
get
ball okay? Yeah? Okay.
so much side on the cue ball. He just swerved it a little bit too much. That's why he caught the blue. Got to miss the blue. And judged it better that time. But leaving that yellow so close to the cue ball. There's another spot of bother here. 16 points the difference now. And these points are adding up. Another cracking hit. certainly knows his way around a snooker table, this Chow. Big advantage for Nick here. He can win this frame without the black. Chow is now going to need the black, and he needs to get out of his snooker. Well, another excellent hit, and hits it absolutely perfect. Look at the way he's played the cue ball. Only got 2 on the clapometer, but it was worth more than that. This looks like another excellent safety from Nick. Well, just a bit pacey, but it's an easy escape here. Cleverly taking that opportunity. Where's the yellow ball going? Well, it's certainly attention all pockets in this game. Now then, and that black is now in play. Will Chow risk the tricky pot on the green? Looks like he may be going for it. Oh, what a shot that is! And now needs brown, blue, pink and black. What a clearance this would be. It's overdone it. It's overdone it. So he's going to have to go in and out of baulk to get back for the pink. It's a bit pacey for the one in the corner. Needs to slow down.
14.
Snooker players' body language. It's the same the whole world over. See the arm. But in all fairness, that fluke on the yellow gave him this chance, so maybe Nick deserves another opportunity in this frame. But as Clint Eastwood said in The Outlaw Josie Wales, it's not about deserves. Oh, went for the double, but the double kiss on the black has left the pink for the middle for Nick, and this is all he needs, the pink, to win the second frame. And then it goes.
6.
So
And the frame.
that gives a second frame to Nick Spelman. And what a frame. Twist, turns. Unbelievable. Great green. I thought that was going to be the clincher. But just stood too far down the table on the brown, left himself the wrong angle on the blue. And when you go in and out of baulk, my friend over there thought the shot on the brown was a very good shot. That's why he's not in the commentary box, isn't he? Only at home, watching the telly. An armchair pundit. It was unlucky there, though, playing the double, and it getting the double kiss and leaving the pink on as it did. That was unlucky, but as I say, after fluking the green or the yellow, I think Nick deserved another chance. Yeah, it was Gene Hackman. He went, I don't deserve this. And Clint Eastwood said, it's not about deserves. The outlaw Josie Wales.
The third frame, Chow Kaisheng to break.
So both players look to have settled in. Don't forget, if it goes 2 frames all, it'll be a black ball shootout to decide who gets the place in the semi-final. Oh, and that's a lovely opening red. Lovely opening red.
Spelman
It's
one.
always the problem. The more pace you put into it, of course, the more accurate you've got to be. Decided to take the bull by the horns, but well, he's left a red to the middle, or one to the far corner, it appears, that Chow's choosing. Oh, and a terrific pot. He's potted some lovely balls,
One.
and nicely on the black. Quality. Problem is with this table, with it being so quick, when that cue ball has to move any kind of distance, it's very hard to judge the pace.
Chow Kaisheng 8.
Careless to catch the blue there, leave the cue ball on the ball line, so it doesn't put any pressure on this safety shot for Nick. That was a nice little flick off the yellow. It's made it a lot better safety shot than it looked like being. It's covered the red to this corner. Oh, I think it has. It has. Commentator's eye. If it keeps running.
One.
bounce off this top cushion for good position. I think this red
Four.
goes. It's tricky because you've got to put a little bit of pace into the cue ball. Very accurate, played it
Five.
well, nicely on the paint to the middle. This is a good chance. Problem being, the black only goes into one of the corner pockets at the moment.
Right, that just rocked it, didn't it?
Michaela's got out a little ball marker.
11.
Big spot not available. Goes on the blue.
Twelve.
In clearing this red away, Nick will now make the black available
19.
to both corner pockets, so a decent opportunity.
20. Seven. 28.
'Risk playing for the red along the top cushion and has played that absolutely inch perfect.
35.
Still got good control of the cue ball.
$36.
But to play for this red, but he's left himself a nice angle.
43.
Yeah, and the
44.
difference when you don't have to put that much pace in gives him chance for the red to drop, which he did. Obviously there's a red in the middle of the cluster that will go to the same pocket as the black just went in.
51.
44 points the lead. First half century break of the match. Just to go 52 points in front. Still 67 remaining. Played the cannon, missed the cannon. So it's only
59.
a safety shot left, unless he's a plant, and I can't see one myself. So a 52-point lead. But an excellent break of 59 there from Nick Spelman. Excellent. But there are still 67 points available. Got it too thick, but the red near the middle pocket may be covered by the green. Bit of pressure now on Chow. He knows one more mistake and that will be end of frame. Looks to have played this quite nicely though. A little bit pacey, but a good line. And that was a good line back to Bork. Just looking for that red that could give him a chance to get back in the frame. And of course Nick won't want to be taking any risks if he goes for the frame winning ball. Another excellent safety. And an excellent return, well played. Now, he needs to cover that red over the corner. If he doesn't, surely this is Nick's opportunity to take the frame and have a 2-1 advantage. So in goes a red, and this looks
One.
absolutely perfect on the pink. That pink, 59 points to lead, 59 points remaining, but you wouldn't think for long.
7.
Two snookers at least required.
8.
And with that pink dropping in, surely no reply
14.
for Chow.
15. 18.
Well, the red doesn't go in, but I'm certain that's going to be enough for a concession, which it is. And it was all brought about by that wonderful break of 59 by Nick. And he now leads 2-1, and he's just one frame away from a place in the Assetereum World Seniors Championship semi-final.
Assetereum.
Assetereum. All together now. 1, 2, 3. Assetereum! Both players are leaving the arena, just to let you know, after this frame. And of course, don't forget to buy those raffle tickets. It's a lovely goodie bag. My book in itself is worth a £5. Anyway, the match after this is Jonathan Bagley, who's the number-ranked amateur senior player, number 2 ranked. Beat Stephen Hendry yesterday. And when we had the Irish Masters, he lost in the final to Steve Davis. And on the way to that final, he beat Jimmy White and Ken Doherty. So, useful player. Taxi driver from Leeds. So if you missed the last bus, you know who to call. And he'll be playing Gary Filtness, who did a remarkable thing yesterday. 2-0 down against a guy, Gary Pinches, who it was only 2-3 years ago he was playing on the tour. You might remember he always used to wear a Norwich City sort of coloured waistcoat. Looked like a canary. Hang on, they're called the Canaries, aren't they? Anyway, 2-0 down was Gary, came back to 2 each, and won the respotted black. And got very emotional. So you can't beat a bit of emotion. Last night, of course, got a little bit drawn out. We had Cliff Thorburn playing in the first match against Nick. So it's nice to see that Nick's up in time this morning and not feeling the worse of wear. I did a gig the other night. I worked with a topless ventriloquist. She was amazing. No one saw her lips move. You see her lips move? I'm not looking there, mate. Not looking. That'd be the key, wouldn't it? I mean, it's no good for me, being a topless ventriloquist. No good at all. So yeah, an interesting matchup now. What do you think? You see the way it's going? Do you see a 3-1, 2 apiece, black ball shootout? I think a black ball shootout. I think Chow's got a little bit left in the locker here. We like to see them suffer, don't we? We're all sat there watching the gladiators in the ring, suffering. And the players are coming back. Let's give them a little ripple. There was only one coming back. I thought it was another player. So big frame this. If Chow can win it, we'll have that black ball shootout. And as I say, there was only over 500,000 watching on Superstar yesterday and on YouTube in Asia. So we're spreading the gospel. Oh, he's back. And you know, I thought it was a funny line of mine there. Okay, big frame coming up. Over to you, Michaela.
Big 4, Nick Spelman.
Good opening red.
1.
Possibility of the yellow in the middle, but I don't see where the colour or the red comes from. He's played it well, and there obviously is a red just sticking out of the main bunch. Very confidently played.
3. Show Kaisheng 3.
After the good opening red and the yellow, a bit disappointed to miss there. Well, a reprieve. After the good 59 break in the last frame, I didn't expect Nick to miss that. So a mistake from Chow, not punished, gets another opportunity.
One.
Nice clean pot on the black. He should just stop. Play for this red over the corner. Can he get past the blue?
8.
Looking at the body language, it doesn't look too good. He's giving it the old one eye. Having to swerve. Swerved it much too much.
Check Kaisheng.
But once again, we
8.
see the pace of the table. Just roll the black in, and that white just kept rolling and rolling. What's he left? All he left, it was a plant. And once again, Chow comes to the table. Nice easy starter. And it goes without saying, has
1.
got to make the most of these opportunities now. Trying to level, trying to force a black ball shootout. That was a nice controlled positional shot.
8. 9.
Well, it
Check,
seemed
check,
to
check.
me when he was
9.
down, that shot was in two minds what to play. And if ever you're in that situation, get up and get down and start again. Yeah, played it well,
1.
and more important, as you can see, brought quite a few reds into play. Decent chance, this. Well, it was a decent chance.
Spelman 1.
Disappointed. But once again, we see playing with that little bit of extra pace, anything can be missed. What a chance now for Chow. Another one. that nicely. Absolutely inch perfect on the black. And control that positional shot well, so 34
15.
points to lead at the moment.
60.
A little bit straighter on this pink, it would have been a lot easier, but that's where it's finished. But played that nicely. If it had been straighter on the pink, it would have stayed closer to these reds.
22.
It shouldn't cause a problem, but there's pressure out there. Yeah,
23.
that was nicely played. Well, probably half expected the cannon, and it's worked out nicely. Red's onto the middle.
29.
48 points to lead. Finished perfect on the black for the reds in the other half of the table. So 56 points to lead. There's a possible 67 remaining. So we're looking for
37.
one more red and a colour to take us to a black ball shootout. Oh, how many times do we
Kaisheng.
see the frame ball
37.
missed? So Nick comes to the table, 56 points behind, 67 remaining.
One.
Don't mind being the wrong side of the black, as we think, because there is a red in the ball can, but looks to have come very straight on it. And of course the black this time, when it's respotted, will go on the pink spot.
Eight.
He stayed down,
Spelman,
didn't think he
8.
was in. And Chow jumped out of his seat there. 48 points to lead. Looking for a red and a colour. In goes the red, and he's on the colour.
One.
This pink to go 55 points ahead with just 51 remaining. Oh, once again, frame ball missed.
Kaisheng, 1.
49 the difference, 51 remaining. Chow's had two excellent opportunities here. Can he make this one? He's only looking for the red now, but path back to the Volcane, so pressure on Nick here. He's got to get this safe. He knows if he leaves a red, it's frame over. Cue ball's close to the pocket, but not in. So that could make it a telling safety. I think that this red probably goes to the middle. Nick, just have a look, see if the black goes. Played it well, played it well.
One.
Once again, the pace this table just run on, but the black goes, so just make certain of the black. If the black doesn't go in, it'll be snookers required, but the black is going to drop. 42 points of difference.
8.
Sorry, 41 points of difference, 43 remaining. So could afford one pink with one of these two remaining reds. Oh, well, a billiard player would have had a problem
Spelman 8.
doing that, so
Check
now
Kaisheng 4.
that looks like end of frame. Looks like we're going to get our black ball shootout, which our two soothsayers over there predicted.
1.
46 points to lead, just 35 remaining. There's blue to follow. We're going to go all the way.
6. Check Kaisheng 6.
Well, the red didn't go in. Nick's thinking about it. 51 points behind, 35 remaining. I think just going to get
1.
a bit of practice, get the cue arm going ready for this black ball shootout. Doesn't want to go into it cold.
8. Next Spelman 8.
Practicing the safety ahead of the black ball shootout. I never thought I'd see the like. Well, there's one snooker. Oh, he gets 7 points for it. Well, hush my mouth.
Next Spelman 7.
36 in it, 27 remaining. That's a nice flick.
Kaisheng 4.
40 points the difference, 27 remaining. Oh yes, oh yes. Just when you don't want them.
Spelman 2.
Excellent pot.
Kaisheng 3.
And that's it. So we're going to have our black ball shootouts. And so much at stake. A place in the semi-final. Guaranteed prize fund of £1,500. And of course, £10,000 for winning the tournament. A place in the qualifiers at the Crucible. Can I make it any more exciting than this?
It's ahead. Your choice.
Best of luck to both
You choose.
players.
You choose. Okay.
For a place in the semi-final.
Thank you. The final frame. Nick Spelman to break.
Well, chance early. And it's there. Well, what a sensational finish. Well done, Kaisheng. Well done. Unlucky, Nick. Unlucky. It all came down to a black ball shootout. Well, what a thriller. And Kaisheng goes into the next round, the semi-final, which is tomorrow. Now, we're going to go have a little break for 15 minutes. We're going to come back with Gary Filtness. And his opponent is Jonathan Bagley, taxi driver from Leeds. Taxi!
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a 20-minute interval where it's your last chance to get tickets for the raffle to win this fantastic signed bundle of goodies, including a waistcoat, signed by all the legends. Plus, also, this is your chance, if you wanted to get involved in cryptocurrency, to go and speak to our sponsors here at Assetereum, who will explain how it all works and how you can get involved with £10. Go and talk to them. Assetereum, cryptocurrency will you please welcome your host and compere for this afternoon, 1985 champion of the world, Dennis Taylor.
Love that song. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And we're going to do, as we have been doing throughout, we're going to do the raffle. And I'm sure you've all had your raffle tickets for these wonderful prizes. Signed cue, signed waistcoat, signed ball, signed book by JV, everything there. So I'm going to pull the winning ticket out. I need the rest to get in here. I don't know how many colours they are, but it's a buff coloured ticket. And the number is 54. 5 and 4, 54. Let's hope it's a young lady. Have we got it? I was right. Can you believe that, eh? Well done. Let's see if you just pop around there. I'll let you pick them up. Or do you want me to let me put the microphone down? Very well done. Right, well, welcome back, and we've got a second quarter-final, and what a match we've got in store for you here. Two players ranked number 1 and 2 in the World Seniors Amateur ranking, so it should be a thriller. So first of all, we're going to bring out a player who has invented the blade cue. He'll be playing with it this afternoon. Former professional from London, Gary Filtness. Well done, Gary. Best of luck. And as you've seen yesterday with that win, Gary, it was quite emotional. That was a big day for him yesterday. So another big day for him. And he's up against the player who was ranked number 1. Gary, in fact, at the moment is ranked number 1. He's just overtaken our next player. But if he wins this match here, he can go back to number 1 in the world amateur ranking list, seniors. So let's bring him out. He's from Leeds. It's Jonathan Bagley. Have a good one, Gary. Play well. And looking after the boys and taking care of this match, change of referee, but still in the same country, all the way from Scotland, the international referee, Leo Scullion, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Leo. This should be an absolute cracker, and we'll hand you over to Leo to get it underway. Best of luck to both players.
Okay, all the best. Have a good game.
Still the best of 5, if it's
Thank
2
you,
each.
ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Gary Filtness to break.
It will be a shootout, as we did have in the first quarter-final. So here we go. Gary has won the toss, and he'll get the match underway. Always nice to get a good break-off shot, and it's not bad. A little bit short of pace, but wasn't easy to get back down the table, so I just decided to stay up this end. the red. Almost flipped it, but bit of a free shot that. Gary was on the black, had he have slotted that one in. And of course, with that red now up in the baulk area, this tends to be the safety area near the black. Touching would help. Not touching though. Just take a while to sort this out.
Touching ball.
This time it is touching. As I say, it's just gone a bit awkward with the red up the other end of the table. It's made it slightly difficult.
One.
Oh, that was a well spotted plant.
Gary Filtness, one.
Advantage with Gary. Very delicately played shot there. Is it going to drop? No. Well, look at the reds, the way the reds have opened up. And it's not straightforward, this first shot. No problem with the red, it's the position.
Extension.
Just call for an extension there. Allowed 2 extensions.
Two.
Potted both reds, but felt it was easier to get position playing the plant, but still not ideally placed just yet. Just
We can hear you. Just keep your voice down.
That's a good recovery shot there. Oh, not the best kiss in the world, but still got reds available.
Five.
Does the pink spot? No, so that useful going
11.
on the black spot. Keeps it nicely in the open.
12. $15. $60.
Well,
Jonathan Bagley, 16.
just the 16, so 15 points the difference.
One.
Still going on the black spot. Still tied up the pink spot.
7. $8. Filtness, 8.
A bit disappointed with that one. He had a good chance there, Gary. Two reds blocking the path for the blue. That's why
1.
Jonathan's had to play around the angles. Just a little bit pacey.
4. Jonathan Bagley, 4.
And just tried to develop the
White.
pink and black there, but it was a bit awkward that.
Filtness, 1.
Trying to get the white back on the cushion near the pink and black there. Wasn't all that easy. The butt of the cue in the air. Yeah, cracking pot there.
Gary Filtness, 1.
Yeah. Gary refusing the easy black because there was no way he could get onto a red, so could have done with being tighter in behind the black. You never know where they're going to go when you're trying to get out of a snooker like that, so how's his luck? It's not bad. When you see the hand being held up, you know that they've had a bit of good fortune. Might just have had a bit of good fortune again there, so the run of the ball plays such a big part in this game. Oh, this could go over the middle pocket. Got the old DDK, the dreaded double kiss. Couldn't do a great deal with that. He was absolutely straight on the red. That was all Jonathan could do there with that.
Right, well, thank you. Jonathan Bagley, 1.
Oh, that could be costly. Tried to chip that red in
Well,
and
you
play the
miss.
safety shot, and he's
Jonathan Bagley, 4.
missed call, but sitter of a red for Jonathan, so that could be costly. Still not a straightforward run to the winning line, though, in this opening frame. Unusual to see all the colours off their spots. The yellow back on its own spot here.
3.
That could be a very useful red there. And that's a very useful kiss on the black there also. But a lot of work to do to get up near the red next to the brown. It's going to come up a long way short there, so far from safe.
10.
24 the difference. Still a possible 35 on the table, so still anyone's opening frame here.
Jonathan Bagley, 10.
Didn't want the Lucas in the yellow. That's a pretty good safety shot, acknowledged there by Jonathan. Another cracking shot, and that brings the blue into play. That helps Gary's cause if he gets a chance. He's looking at the cut into the middle. It's a thin one. Thick. Jonathan needs the red and anything from green upwards to leave Gary needing a snooker. Oh, that's a cracking pot. 25 the difference. Pots the brown, 29 with just 27 remaining. Looking at the pink also, but just how he feels. But just the one snooker needed.
Jonathan Bagley, 5. Careful of the in off there. He's found the gap, I think. Yeah, well controlled double there, and a nice flick to secure this first frame.
14.
Not bothered with the black, so the first frame goes to Jonathan Bagley. It's just a little bit awkward, that opening frame. We've got a red up this end of the table, which causes a few problems, and I think at one stage we're looking at a possible re-rack, but in the end it was Jonathan that came out on top. And don't forget, whoever wins here tomorrow get a chance to get through to the Crucible. Wouldn't that be something? Play in the qualifying rounds, but it's a possibility. So dreams can come true. You enjoy the black ball shootout? I was watching it upstairs. Quite exciting, wasn't it? Great black that the young Chinese player, I say young Chinese player, he's a senior, he's over 40. But everybody's young compared to me these days. That's Gary's famous cue, the blade cue that he's using. It's got a line down it. It's great for amateur players and, well, professionals as well. And doesn't he model it well, eh? The blade, Gary the blade. He says a bit blunt at the moment. Looking forward to the World Championship coming up next month at the Crucible. Anybody going to the Crucible at all? Anybody got tickets? Oh, you lucky devils. How did you manage to do that? Yeah, you're in the know. 2 hours you were queuing. Yeah, I thought you'd have got one because you could have passed for Willie Thorne. You look like Willie's love child. In fact, watch out for Willie next week. You'll see him on television advertising a new shampoo. Yeah. It's just called Shoulders. There we go. Jonathan back in the arena.
Thank you. The second frame, Jonathan Bagley.
A little bit on the thick side, the red's coming up. Needs a colour to come to the rescue, and it hasn't. See how fast the cloth is, it just keeps on rolling. And not a lot available, there's just one red at the back that's away from the bunch. And he could be on that red. That's a great shot he's played there. Could have done with just bouncing a little bit off the cushion. Tough when you're on the cushion. But look where the red's going.
Ready, Filtness, 6.
So Jonathan will be looking to pot this red, get on a colour, and then get into the bunch. And that's going to be a bit too strong, I think.
1.
Yeah. No way you can get to the red, so just the 5 points here.
That's opened them up.
Jonathan Bagley, 6.
It's a snooker player's pet hate, catching the ball colours when you play a safety shot. Can be very annoying. And that's played to perfection. So catching that brown there with the safety could be costly.
Eight. 9. 16. 17.
Very nicely played there to get on the black again.
Twenty-four. 25.
And the perfect shot there to get the right side of the blue.
Thirty.
Just a bit awkward there with the blue, so we had a lot of cue there from bridge hand to the cue ball. That was the cause of the miss there. 30 points the difference. That was a bit of a chance for Gary, but I don't think he's done any damage. Nothing easy here. And that little flick on the green has put Gary in all sorts of trouble here. Yeah, he needs an extension here because he's got quite a problem. So difficult to try and hit a red and keep things safe. Well, this would be the shot of the week if this comes off. He's coming off the side cushion to hit a red and try and make a plant.
Foul. I miss.
Well, foul and a miss.
Referee will be hoping that Jonathan doesn't say put them back, please. Go on, Jonathan, tell him to put them back. Go on.
Put back. Stop the clock. You got a picture of golf?
Oh, I was only joking, Jonathan. Right.
We'll start with the cue ball. I'm quite confident about the cue ball.
I've got absolutely no. I know where the white was. Right. Join us again this evening whenever we will have the.
This.
Now juggle with him.
They're fine.
This, I mean, Mikhail is just DK, different class. DK, different class.
Right here.
Well, there was 2 reds, was a plant.
Again.
Yeah, who put that up there? Who threw that? There definitely was a plant on, because that's the shot that Gary was coming off the side cushion
Into that
to hit a plant that was on for here. There was a little bit of distance between them. Yeah.
From the pink.
This way, so that the plant was on, yeah? I think there.
Is that closer?
This was a bit closer, I think, to the something like that. I think.
This one. This one. Right.
Pink can't be right, can it? Because it's pink. Is the pink out here a touch?
No, because we've come off there.
No, I'll come inside.
Could be this way, has it?
I'm saying it was level with the spot about there, because I clicked the pink, didn't I? Well, over a little bit more. And that.
Which were the 2 that you played the plant on?
These 2 here, these are not right.
Those 2 were on.
Back here. Right. Right, okay.
See what you've got?
If you had got down, knocked the red in the middle, cleared up, would have been in the next frame.
I know, but it went over the transfer, wasn't it? So I didn't
Plant.
These two.
Right. That's
Set.
it. No, they weren't close. There was a bit of a. Well, Gary, no, there was a bit of a
They was
distance.
straight, but they was. See that? No, that's not.
You're not allowed to touch them, Gary, unfortunately, but that's. So this must have been slightly out of the way, because there was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red just attached, Ted.
That way.
That's it, like that, that's it, perfect. And because I flicked inside here, it's banana.
You happy with that, Michael?
I think that's
Towards
towards
its
the spot, yeah. I think that's not too.
These two?
Yeah, come in, a lot closer.
Come in closer to this one.
Yeah, a lot closer.
Let's have a look.
Not back that way a bit. Right away. Just
Michaela?
tad that way. Because I was right behind it.
Yeah.
That's it there.
It's rolling back in.
It's rolling into a little hole there.
Listen, I'm going to move it and do it again.
There we go.
Because we're pretty happy we know where it is.
Let's have a look.
That looking better?
It's not too bad. Not too bad, that. Because I know it was...
This one? This one? Yeah? You good you're going to get?
I think that's... well done, Michaela and Leo.
Okay.
But he is in a terrible hole here.
Foul and a miss.
Well, he's hit the pink again, but this time...
Jonathan Bagley, 6.
Yeah, this time it's going to be costly. He was just in one of those situations there. It was almost impossible to get out of it.
One. Eight. Nine.
51 points the difference. So not that many reds and colours needed to take the second frame. Just slip past the pink.
16. Seven.
A little bit of work to do with this one. The difference, but there's still plenty on the table.
20.
You need a red and a blue to leave Gary needing a snooker. So it'd be a red in anything from the blue upwards.
Jonathan Bagley, 20.
Good cue ball and tried to knock the black safe at the same time there. If the white bounces, it's a bit of a chance.
Point.
great effort. A little bit unlucky there to double kiss the red. He could have brought both those reds into play. A bit unfortunate that.
Gary Filtness, 8.
Oh, he went for the plant there. He only needed that red in a reasonably high valued colour, but Gary's still in this frame.
One. Eight. Nine.
A little bit straight on that. He did well to get out off the cushion.
Sixty.
Nicely played. Oh, I thought it was in. Just
Gary
caught
Filtness,
that near
60.
jaw. Gary was on the march. He thought it was in as well. Just the black needed to leave Gary needing snookers.
Eight. Nine.
The difference, 35 on, 3 4-point snookers needed to tie.
Jonathan Bagley, 15.
Yes, well played.
Oh,
Free ball, everything here, so that should be the
Free
end
ball.
of frame.
Gary. One.
was just 1 point because it was a free ball when he potted it.
4. Jonathan Bagley, 4.
Gary just looking to get a bit of table time, knock a few balls in just to get his rhythm back. I was going to say it'd be some frame if you scored 91 points and lost the frame, eh? That would be something. A good long pot there from Jonathan. Yep, Gary said that'll do. So Jonathan Bagley takes frame number 2 and he leads 2 frames to 0. So he's guaranteed at least a black ball shootout. But Gary'd have to win the next 2 frames, which I think he did yesterday against Barry Pinches. Did he win 2 frames? I think he was 2-0 down yesterday, wasn't he? Come back and won the 2 frames and then won the shootout. So it's not all over yet, but I think in that situation there where the balls were, without the shot clock, I think Jonathan would have taken the red in the middle pocket, but he was running out of time, so he made it very easy for Michaela and Leo, put them back. Well done, Michaela, with that, getting them all back there. That was a tricky. And Leo used to be a policeman in Glasgow, so he's used to taking directions. Oh, he's used to giving directions. How long have you been away from the police force now?
Coming on 21 years.
21 years, eh? I remember speaking while the boys were out. I was speaking at a dinner and there were all chief constables from around the UK were at the dinner. And I thought I'd tell a little joke. And the chief constable of Strathclyde Police was there. You'll enjoy this. And I said to him, "You're the best police force in the world, the Strathclyde Police." I was driving through Glasgow and a policeman stopped me and I put the window down. He says, "Mr. Taylor, I believe you've been drinking." And I said, "Thank God for that. I thought the steering had gone." And then I said, "I'm only joking." I thought he was going to book me there and then. So I don't blame both boys for leaving the arena here. This is a big, big frame coming up. Jonathan, if he takes it, will go through to the semi-final. And we're looking at a player here who's used to playing. We did the Irish Masters at Goffs in front of 800 people. And Jonathan managed to beat Ken, the darling of Dublin, Ken Doherty and Jimmy White. So, and that was in front of 800 people. So he's getting the hang of this sort of conditions that they play under. Jonathan back. And here comes Gary as well. So. Yeah, give both players a bit of encouragement for this frame.
Thank you. Frame 3. Gary Filtness.
Wow, what a cracking pot that was. That was right out of the bottom drawer. That's a terrific pot. Jonathan Ryan looking at the red next to the black. It's the black's out of commission, but if that red goes, but he's come up a bit short there. His plan was to take the red, get down onto the blue, and then play for the red. But it's tough to know which goes, the red or the black. Sometimes when they're almost touching, it's hard to judge which of them goes. Wow, right on the last stroke of the shot clock there. That's pretty good. Still got one red. He's not in ideal position just yet, but as long as you keep potting them. He's played the attacking shot and went straight into them, and it's worked out very nicely. Got this red, chance to get down for the blue. Not sure if the pink goes into the right corner. We'll check that out. And that looks pretty good. Perfect side of the blue to get back to the reds. That's pushed the pink near the pocket, and he's nicely on this red. That red and black's still a little awkward. Just about, I think, on the pink. Oh, I think he's just okay. He's nicely on the one if he hadn't got the cannon, but I think he's okay. So that shot tells you that the black isn't available. That's
the reason he played up for the blue. Oh, that's not the kiss that he wanted.
39.
Had a bit of a chance there to beat the high break.
Jonathan Bagley, 39.
Needed a thin one.
Foul and a miss. Jonathan Bagley, 4. Free ball.
It's a free ball, so he's got the full house. He can put him back in from where it's finished. He can have it replaced, or he could have the free ball. So he's putting him back from where it's finished, which is even more awkward than it was before. Can he get it safe? He's a bit unlucky, I think.
One.
Just overscrewed that slightly. 44 in front, creeping towards the semi-final. Interesting how he changes hands. He's right-handed, Jonathan. When he uses the rest, he switches to left hand.
Three. Jonathan Bagley, 3.
Keeping things tight here. Trying to prevent Gary from getting back into this crucial frame for him. Oh, I just overcut it slightly again. Caught the near jaw. Now has the blue come to the rescue? Maybe not. Looking at Gary's body language, I think he can get through to this. So one good positional shot, if he cuts this red in, could pave the way for a victory. That was a thin one, so a little bit of tension. The importance of that shot causing that.
Foul.
Oh, well.
Jonathan Bagley, 4.
Well, it's better in the pocket than wobbling in the jaws and going in amongst the red. So it's 50 points the difference now, but no easy starter. Where's this red going to finish? great deal with that to make sure of the pot.
8. Nine. Green ball. Gary Filtness, 9.
A bit of a chance there, especially the way the reds were situated. Everything was in the open there. Well, he's back at the table a lot quicker than he thought. So another chance.
One.
Just using the pink as a stopper there to stay on the red.
8. Nine. Sixteen. Seventeen.
Yeah, well played there.
19.
22 the difference.
Makes it a rest.
Another 6 inches on the cue ball, he'd have been perfect there. Nicely played.
20.
Whoa, piping.
It flew off the cushion. He lost the
27.
cue ball. Just 14 the difference. That could be very costly. Needs a little bit of good fortune now.
12, a miss. Gary Filtness, 27. Jonathan Bagley, 4.
The difference. He's got to hit the red and he's got to get it safe. Has he got it safe? Oh, that's unlucky. That's very unlucky. difference, so still a few balls needed to secure a place in the semi-final. And that might just seal it. That was a great long blue, bit of pressure on that one.
6.
And that's the shot that'll take Jonathan into the semi-final.
Yellow.
And that makes absolutely sure. And he's not bothered about the black. Well played, Jonathan Bagley. These two players have played each other on so many occasions. Great performance from Jonathan to get into the semi-final, and hard luck, Gary. You give it your best shot. Just the table, I think, just caught you out the speed there.
A couple of little shots to snooker when you clip the green clip. There's little things, but
Listen, you did well to get here, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing you in many more. Give a big round of applause to Gary and Jonathan back in the semi-final. You must be delighted with that performance.
Yeah, highly delighted to get through. Me and Gary didn't play well there. Found the table very tough, but yeah, obviously delighted to get to the semi-final again.
It's a tough table. It's very quick. You've got to be queuing nicely on it, but a lot of pressure on both players, but they give you a good performance, and we'll see Jonathan back in the semi-final tomorrow. Give both players a terrific big round of applause. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you later this evening. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.